Okay. Good morning to all of you. I welcomes to all in our lecture series on mechanics. Core paper 2 belongs to first semester BSc syllabus. In our last class, we have been discussed about gravitational potential and relation between gravitational field intensity and potential, and we found the potential at any point from any mass m, it will be minus gm by r, and in detail we have been discussed in the last video, and we found the electric field intensity related with potential as minus dv by dr equal to e, or it can be written as v equal to minus integration over e dr. Okay, in the today class we are going to discuss gravitational potential due to spherical cell. So first we have to consider a thin spherical cell. Spherical cell means you just consider a hollow sphere. Okay, hollow sphere. Inside the sphere it is vacuum. Sphere, spherical cell of mass capital M, radius r, and mass per unit area sigma. This is sigma. This symbol is sigma, is shown in figure 1. This one, where sigma equal to mass per unit area. As radius is this one, so surface area of this sphere will be 4 pi r square. So this is nothing but mass per unit area. So this is the total mass whole divided by total area. So this will be, the sigma will be equal to m by 4 pi r square, or m equal to 4 pi r square into sigma. Let it is your equation number 1. Now we have to consider at external point P what will be the value of potential due to this spherical cell. Okay, first whatever I written, I am just reading about this figure. You just watch, then we have to go slowly. Let P be an external point at a distance. It is visible, no? Distance, it is written as distance. Okay, distance r from the center O of the cell, that is OP equal to r. From this O, this point is the external point from the center of this cell, which is at the distance small r. Okay, here this is the most important point that you have to understand. The cell is assumed to be made up of large number of circular rings. The cell is made up of large number of circular rings. So for that I am going to show you one example. You can maybe easily understand. So this is suppose your hollow cell. Okay, and I am going to consider a strip, this one. Inside this you just imagine, inside this ball there is hollow, there is vacuum. So you just consider this strip, whatever I marked in the blue color, this strip. This strip, if I am going to be cut over there, then it will be a ring. Okay, you just imagine, if I will be cut over there, if I will be cut, then whatever the section I am going to found, that is the ring. Here I got a ring. If I will be cut this cell at just the face, I am going to get a small ring. Okay, small ring over here. Then here I am going to cut this spherical cell. Also I am going to get a ring. So from here, if I am going to start over here, from here to here, large number of circular rings of different radius. So this is the important things that you have to understand. Okay, so what I told, that made up of large number of circular rings. Consider one ring between, it is written between, okay, BTD between two planes AB and CD. So in between AB here, AB and CD, AB and CD, this is the ring. Okay, if I will cut between the two planes AB and CD, here it is in the 2D plane, so this is in 3D. So here AB and CD, if I am going to cut, then I am going to get the ring. Okay, I am going to get a ring. Here I cutted means I am going to get a ring like this. Okay, now which is shown in the figure 1. Two planes ABCD are shown in figure 1. Okay, from figure 1 it can be found that COP equal to theta. COP angle, this angle is theta. AOC is d theta. This AO is radius r. Okay, AO is the radius r, or OE also r, OC also r, radius of this hollow sphere. So AOC equal to theta. Now we have to consider triangle OCG. OCG. Sin theta will be CG by OC. Okay, sin theta will be CG by OC. Hence CG will be equal to OC into sin theta, OC into sin theta, or CG equal to OC. Length is nothing but the radius of this cell, r sin theta. Here OC equal to r, the radius of the spherical cell. Also I have been written over here, so no problem. Then circumference of the ring will be equal to how much? 2 pi r sin theta. See, whatever the ring we have been considered in between the plane AB and CD of this spherical cell, this is its radius. See here, this is your C, point, and this is here, this is the cross section. So here C to this center will be G, this center will be G. Okay, and C to O will be the radius. So C to G, you just imagine C to G is your radius of this circle. Yes or no? This C, CD and AB is the two planes over here. Here in the 2D plane, here it is like this, A, B, C, D. So if I am going to cut the cell, then I am going to get this type of ring, whereas the radius will be this one here to here, right? Here to this center. This center is nothing but G. Okay, this is the center. This G is at here. Okay, so CG is the radius of this circle, whatever I have been cutted from this. Okay, so that CG is the radius of this circle. If the CG is the radius, we found r sin theta, then what is the circumference of this circle? Circumference of this circle, or circumference of any circle, we know that 2 pi into its radius. Okay, circumference of this circle will be 2 pi this radius. This radius we found r sin theta. So 2 pi r sin theta. Correct. So 2 pi r sin theta, we got circumference of this ring. Then theta, d theta equal to SC by r. See, this is a small arc. We know that this arc SC will be r into d theta. SC will be r. This is the r into d theta. So obviously d theta will be SC by r, right? So that it has been written over here. D theta will be equal to AC by R, or AC equal to R d theta. AC, your circumference, AC equal to R d theta is the width of the ring. Got my point? So here from A to C is nothing but your thickness. Will be how much? It will be R d theta. So for this ring, whatever we have been sliced this hollow sphere, and we found for this ring the circumference is 2 pi r sin theta. For this ring the thickness is r d theta. So if it is so, then what will be the area of this ring? The area of this ring will be therefore area of the ring will be circumference into width. Okay, that means, see, I am going to show you. This AC is the width and this is your circumference. So you just cut like this and you just put like this, So this thickness is nothing but r d theta. This total length is your 2 pi r sin theta. So that implies area of this rectangle will be how much? Length into breadth, right? So length is nothing but your circumference, that is a 2 pi r sin theta. Breadth or the thickness is AC, is r d theta. Here I just shown this way, that this is your ACBD. If we are going to put like this, so ACDB, that rectangle strip like this. So it will be 2 pi r sin theta into r d theta. It will be 2 pi r square sin theta into d theta. If this is the area of the ring, whatever we have been sliced from this total sphere, then what will be the mass? Now mass of this elementary ring will be how much? Already we have been written over here, mass per unit area for one area. Unit area means for one area. For one area mass is sigma. So for this much area the mass will be how much? Area into sigma. For one area the mass is sigma. For this much area it will be 2 pi r square sin theta into d theta into sigma. Okay, let it is your equation number 2. Now let Cp equal to x. Cp, that means from this point to this point is x. Okay, I'm going to show you. Wait 1 second. Cp, here is the C, and the point where we are going to be calculate the potential, this P. So from C to P, here C to P, that means this x is the distance from this element to P, right? Will be how much? That we have to find out. Cp. Then the gravitational potential at P due to this element will be minus g mass of the elementary ring divided by x, because we know that dv equal to minus gm by x. In our previous class we have been discussed minus gm by r distance. So if from the elementary ring where we have to find out the potential, the distance, that distance will be x, then obviously its potential, the potential due to that elementary ring will be minus g mass of the elementary ring by x, right? So minus g mass we found 2 pi r square sin theta d theta into sigma by x. Let it is your equation number 3. Now consider triangle COP. Now consider the triangle COP. By considering COP and then apply cosine law. Cosine law, as per the cosine law, we can found CP square, that means this one, CP square is equal to OC square plus OP square, OC square plus OP square minus 2 OCOP into cos theta. This is the cosine law. Okay. So here you can see, I am going to show you. See, if theta equal to 90 degree, cosine law, if theta equal to 90 degree, then cos 90 degree will be how much? 0. The CP square will be equal to OC square plus OP square. You can see. I am going to show you. If see, this is the theta. If theta equal to 90 degree means C will be here. C will be here. Okay. So this will be like this. Theta will be 90 degree. So this will be OCP. So now CP is your X. Okay. So X square or CP square will be equal to OP square plus OC square according to Pythagoras theorem whenever it is 90 degree. Okay, if it will be 90 degree, so this will be the diagonal. So this X square or CP square will be OP square plus OC square. Okay, now if theta equal to 0 degree, if theta equal to 0 degree, see, OC is here. Theta 0 means this C will be here. Theta 0 means here, C will be here. C will be here. If theta will be 0, then how much this value you can check. Here theta 0. Here theta 0 means cos theta equal to how much? 1. So it will be OC square plus OP square minus 2OC into OP. This will be nothing but OP minus OC whole square. If cos theta will be 0, then this will be OP square plus OC square minus 2 OCOP. That will be OP minus OC square. Okay. So if this is C come over here, then your CP square, this C came over here. Okay. That means theta equal to 0. That means CP square will be nothing but OP square minus OC square. Right. This CP square, theta will be 0. Theta will be 0 means C comes to here. So CP square according to cosine law, CP square will be this much distance we want. This much distance CP square means it is your OP minus OC whole square that we found here, OP minus OC whole square. So according to cosine law, we can write that CP square equal to OC square plus OP square minus 2 OCOP cos theta. So that implies X square will be equal to R square plus small r square, OC square. This is your OC. OC is your capital R. This distance is nothing but also capital R. OC square means R square plus OP square means small r square minus OC is capital R, OP is small r cos theta. Now we have to differentiate this side and this side. It will be 2x dx. This is constant, this is constant. Differentiation will be 0, 0 cos theta. Differentiate cos theta. So likewise 2r r. These are constant. So sin theta, cos theta is going to be differentiate. That means it will be minus sin theta. So it will be minus plus cos theta sin theta d theta. I forgot to write here also. So that implies x will be equal to r sin theta d theta by dx. Let it is your equation number 4. Okay. Now put this value in your equation number 2. What is your equation number 2? This is your equation number 2. Wrongly I have been written. wait, equation number 3 here. Now put 4 in equation number 3. Okay, now put 4 value in equation number 3. Equation number 3 is this one. dv equal to minus g 2 pi r square sin theta d theta by x sigma. Here instead of x we have to put this one, r sin theta d theta by dx. Now just put in equation number 3 this value at the denominator, r sin theta d theta, r sin theta d theta by dx. Okay, here you can see that r, here 1 r got cancel, sin theta d theta also got cancel. So we found 2 pi, only r will be here, sigma will be here, g is here, and dx will be moved to the numerator dx, and here this r will be here. Got it? Okay. R, capital R, 1 r got cancelled, sin theta d theta got cancelled, and r remaining r will be here, dx will be moved to up. So we found dv equal to this much, 2 pi r sigma g by r dx. Let it is your equation number 5. Now we have to move for the next page. This page is most important to also we have to understand the limit. Now integrate equation number 5 between the limit x equal to r minus r plus r minus r to x equal to r plus r correspond to points E and F. Here you have to write correspond to points E and F. We can get the gravitational potential due to the entire cell. How it is? You just check. E and F. The 2 points are E and F. See here, this point is here. So now for integration, why I have to choose this point? Why I have to choose this point E and this point F? Here you see, I'm going to show you. See, this is a spherical cell. Okay, if this is a spherical cell and we consider this is the segment or this is the ring, and by considering this ring 8, whatever we have been derived, right? Now this x is going to be changed if the rings are going to be different rings are going to be considered. Carefully you have to watch. I have to zoom, it will be better now. Yes, okay. Now see, this is your segment, ring segment, whatever we have been discussed it. You consider, if I am going to consider whole spherical cell, then I have to start from here, the small ring, this one. So if I am going to slice this spherical cell, then first ring will be here. You see, if I am going to slice this one, this will be the first ring, right? If this will be the first ring, then the x will be here. X will be, see, x will be from here to here. Okay, so I'm going to show you. See, if I'm going to consider AC, then x is from here to this point. If I'm going to consider this slice, this portion, then x will be considered as from here to this point. Okay, if I'm going to consider very small thin ring up to here only, here, then what will be the x? What will the x? X will be only here. This EP, okay. And if we are going to consider whole spherical cell, then it will be integrated from here to this point F. That means I have to consider like this type of ring from here to here. So at the face, it is small ring. For this small ring, the x will be E to P. For this side, the small ring we are going to get, then what I am going to be integrate? This is CP to F. CP to CF, sorry, from CP or EP to FP, right? So EP is the distance is R minus R. So if we have to consider each and every cells, sorry, every rings, then it has to move from here to here, right? So if it will be the point will be here, then distance will be this one. This will be R minus R. From here to here, small r, here to here, the capital R. So from here to here, it will be small r minus capital R will be R minus R. Then we have to count from this ring to end of this ring F. That means I have to consider up to this point. That means R, what will the distance from here to here? What will the distance? R plus this R. R plus small r plus R. That means C to F. We have to integrate, means R minus R to R plus R. If we have to consider this point, this small ring and the outside point, then the distance will be R minus R. If we have to consider end point, the distance will be R small r plus this R. Okay, so limit is going to be put as the lower limit will be small r minus R to small r plus R dx. That's it. Now you have to integrate, and whatever you are going to get the answer, that will be the. So here dx means x, R plus R, upper limit R minus R. You have to just put the upper limit and lower limit. You can get that this one. So it will be 2R, and final we found potential will be minus 4 pi r square sigma g by small r. Let it is your equation number 6. But 4 pi r square sigma is nothing but mass of the spherical cell. Already we have been defined from the in the beginning of this topic. So hence equation number 6 can be written as minus g. This much value is nothing but your m, capital M, minus gm by r. Okay, this is the expression. This is the expression for a point mass m would produce at the point P. Would produce means potential. Would produce potential. Would produce potential. Potential at point P. Here point mass means capital M. Okay, produce potential at point P. Hence the cell behave as itself whole mass is concentrated at its center. That means whenever we are going to consider cell, spherical cell, and potential at a outer point, then this whole spherical cell act as a one mass concentrated at the center of mass. Okay, point mass concentrated at the center of mass. Whole mass, that means whole mass is concentrated. Whole mass M, capital M, concentrated at the center of mass. So this is your potential at the point which is outside the shell. Now we have to go for the point on the surface of the cell. Okay, now we have to consider the point on the surface of the cell. So here, when the point P on the surface as shown in figure 2 of the cell, then the limits of x are from x equal 0 to x equal 2r. How it is? This is important. How it is, you see. When the point is outside the sphere here, so this x has to vary from here to here, right? Again I am going to show you. When the point is outside here, then this x is varied from this length to this length. That means r minus r is this length to this length. Okay, now this point is over here only, so this length will be how much? If see, I'm going to show you. Here it will be better. You can see. Here, see. This point is here. So the limit is how much? This length. That means this length to this length. This length is how much? R minus R to R plus R. Okay. Now this point taken at the surface, then this distance R minus R will be how much? This R minus R will be how much? Will be 0. And if R minus R will be 0, so limit starts from 0 to this point. To this point means what will the distance? The distance will be 2R. This is the diameter. That means the limit starts from 0 to this point. 0 to F. 0 means here E point, F. F. What is the distance? R, 2R. So limit starts from 0 to 2R. So here the limits will be x equal to 0 because the P point will be here, and x equal to R to R, 2R, x equal to R, corresponding to the point E and F of the cell. Now we have to just integrate 0 to 2R, 2 pi minus 2 pi R sigma g by R dx. So these are your constant. Here see, here small r means from the center to that point. At last we are going to discuss weight. So 0 to 2R dx, and we are going to integrate x 0 to 2R limit. If we are going to put, then it will be 2R. Okay, so it will 2R. Here 2R is there. So 4 pi r square sigma g by r. 4 pi r square sigma g by r. So here small r is nothing but what? Small r is the from center to the point. If the point comes to surface, then this small r will be the capital R, right? So small r will be R, which is constant. That is your minus gm by r, which is a constant. That is your equation number 8. Now at internal point, that means point is at here. Point is at here. So what will be the limit? Okay. So the limit means from here, from the first ring, from the very small ring to the end of the ring we are calculating now. So from this, what is the distance? Then, so how we choose the limit? Limit has been chosen from the point. From point to first face, then from this point to last face. From point to this face, what is the distance? For the first case, you just concentrate. So it will be this R minus R. Then from point to this point, what is the distance? That will be R plus R, right? In case of second case also the same. You can concentrate over here. So point to this face will be how much? Point is on the surface and the face is also the same point. Both are coincided. So point to the first ring on this side of this on the cell will be the same point. That means 0. Point to this point will be distance is 2R. Now this point to first space will be how much? See, this is your capital R, right? This is your small r. So this from point to this face will be how much distance? Will be capital R minus R, right? See, from this to this, O to P is small r, O to E is capital R, P to E will be R minus R. Now P to F will be capital R plus small r. So the limit will be at point E will be R minus R. At point F, it will be R plus R. R plus R, and here R minus R. Okay. So the limit will be R minus R to R plus R. So the V will be r minus r to r plus r. You just put the limit, pause the video and write down the note. So minus 2 pi r sigma g by small r taken outside dx, upper limit is r plus r minus capital R plus r, capital R minus r, small r. So you just put the limit, upper and lower limit over here. We are going to get how much? 2r. So we are going to get minus 4 pi r sigma g. Okay, you just multiply r square over here, multiply r on the numerator divided r. So it will be 4 pi r square sigma g by r. 4 pi r square into sigma is nothing but your capital M. So minus g capital M by r, which is also constant, right? So this is the expression we found inside the sphere. So wherever inside the sphere we are going to calculate the potential, it will be a constant, and wherever on the surface also will be constant. That means both on the surface, inside the surface, potential is same. So here I can draw the curve potential versus r. Potential versus r means inside the sphere up to the surface, it has same value, that is minus gm by r, right? Okay, so if I am going to move outside point, if I am going to consider outside point, then this is nothing but minus gm by r. So if I am going to consider larger and larger distance, this value is going to be smaller and smaller, or this is minus means this is tends to 0. So this is your 0 line. So if we are going to consider further distance, then V potential is decreases, as it is minus, so it decreases towards 0. And same also if we are going to consider this side also. If we are going to consider this side also, the potential decreases, means going to go towards 0. This is the line represents V equal to 0, right? This is V versus R representation. Now gravitational field, we are going to discuss gravitational field due to the spherical shell. Here r greater than r, for case 1, V we found minus gm by r. We know d equal to minus dv by dr. You just put here, instead of V equal to this much, minus gm by r, take the derivative, we are going to get minus gm by r square, small r square. This is your equation number 10, suppose. And r equal to r, it will be minus gm by r. So as it is constant, we are going to get 0. So for this case, V is also a constant, so dv by dr also will be 0. Now we are going to draw the figure E versus R. Here this line is 0 line, E equal to 0. So on the surface and inside the surface of a hollow sphere, there is no electric field. There is no gravitational field intensity. That means inside this or on the surface, E equal to 0. And if you are going to consider outside the sphere, then it will be also decreases, going towards the value 0. Okay, minus g, this r is increases, means this value is decreases, and minus is here minus means it is moving towards 0 value, right? So this is the things, and I suggest that you have to draw the figures perfectly. See here, one thing also you have to mark, this line are same, okay, same 0 line, but this value, this peak value is different. Why? How it is different? See here, minus gm by r, here minus gm by r square. So as it is larger than this, so obviously this peak value will be smaller than this peak value. So you have to draw this line on the same line, and this peak value will be somewhat greater than this one. Okay, see this peak value is greater than this one, because here for this it will be minus gm by r, however this here it will minus gm by r square. For the representation, if you are representing this is the same 0 value for v equal to 0 and e equal to 0, so this peak value will be starts from here, means this peak value will be somewhat less. And another suggestions to all of you, that you have to draw this figure by using rounder. Always in the physics, wherever you are doing the drawing, you just use scale, pencil and rounder. Otherwise it will be not exact what you intend to understand. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this video, and in the next class we are going to discuss gravitational potential due to the sphere, due to the solid sphere. Okay, here we imagine that this is the sphere, this is not solid sphere, this is a hollow sphere. But if it is solid, then what will the value of the gravitational potential outside, on the surface and inside, that we are going to discuss in our next class. So thank you so much for watching this video. Write down the note, pause the video, write down the note. If you face any problem to understand, you can contact with me. Okay, thank you so much.